Good morning. Good morning. It's a good morning. Welcome to your beloved Virginia Union University. And we're extremely excited to celebrate the 120th Commencement Exercises and to celebrate the new beginning of the class of 2019. Please remain standing for the posting of the colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of the national anthem, after which the program will proceed as printed.
You may be seated. Let us bow. Eternal God, first cause and first mover of all things, we honor and we thank you on this day for the gift of life and such a life that is worth living. We thank you for the grace that we met on the day of orientation and the mercy that has brought us to this day of graduation. So in the spirit of our ancestors, from those who were aboard and bound in slave ships and even chained in Lumpkin's jail. On this day, in this 400th year of the arrival of God's ebony image here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, in the words of the late Miles Jones, we thank you for the evidence of resurrection today and the showing up in places that others never expected to see us. We know that you are here, for you are existence. And in you and because of you, we live, we move, and we have our being. Yet we invoke your spirit as a testament that we know that we cannot commence this celebration without acknowledging you. So move among us as you shall order us according to your will. And again, have your way. Dance with us, God, and fill us with such joy that we shall utter a new song. We ask of this blessing in that great name that is still above all names. And we say amen.
Good morning. I'm W. Franklin Richardson, Chair of the Board of Virginia Union. I want to welcome you to this great day. This is a great day because it gives us opportunity to display the evidence of our success. The evidence of our success is not in brick and mortar, no windows, no sculptures, but in the presence of men and women who have been transformed in their years tending here. This is our fresh expression of relevance and engagement. This class represents our most recent contribution to the landscape of hope and promise. This class represents fresh beginnings and new life. This class represents the overcoming of struggle and meeting challenges and circumstances. This class rises to the stars and glows with the sun. This class stands on the sand and rubbles with the sea. This class is our most recent expression of God's grace upon the village that evolved from Lumpkin's jail to the miracle on Lombardi. I'm happy to recognize the members of the trustee board who give themselves completely to governance and policy and faithful navigation of this institution through sometimes stormy waters. But we've landed the ship, and the ship is still ready to sail. Please, will all of the trustees please stand? Will you celebrate them with me? I would also acknowledge the chairman emeritus of our trustee board, who for 30 years shepherded this flock and gave us keen relevance. Dr. Frank Roy, will you please stand? President Perkins and Mrs. Perkins, and to our president and honored guests, please know that the mat is rolled out to all of you, you who visit us, you who come to observe and celebrate the accomplishments of your families, you who come here today, who see a Virginia Union in its brightest and clearest moment. I declare to you that Virginia Union has never been stronger, never been brighter, never been greater than it is at this hour. Please go tell it on the mountain what you have seen here today. God bless you.
Please celebrate the chorale. Please put your hands together for them one more time. You have made it to the three numbers we have called for the entire academic year. And those three numbers are? Say it one more time. This is the time for us to scream and to enjoy ourselves. As you know, in the African American tradition, we often do at commencements. So, grab your phones now. Let's hit social media heavy and let them know that what are the numbers? That it is real. These numbers are? That we have made it and we're extremely excited. Family, we know that you want to call the names of all your loved ones that are graduating today. Is that not right? We don't want you to do it at the wrong time while the speaker is speaking or any other time. We want you to do it now. So, on the count of three, everybody just call out their names. Call them out. That's it. Work it on out. Get it out. We would like you to use hashtag VUU Grad 2019. Do you mind 5 more seconds? Go ahead, get it out, hurry up, let it out. Some of y'all have a little left. Yep, let it out. We thank God for holding the rain, and we thank God for the cool breeze that is coming. We also thank God that because of the humidity, you're tired out now, and you'll be able to listen a little bit to the rest of the program. We are also very proud of you. The Board of Trustees, the faculty, and the staff, they all join me in celebrating you, the class of 2019. The class of 2019 is very special because you have graduated with the highest GPAs in the university's history. The average GPA for this graduating class is a 3.09. 59% of you are all academic scholars. 41% of you are going on to a job that you already have. All of you that have jobs, come on, stand up. You know where you're going. You know where you're going. You already have employment. God has already been good to you. 20% of you are going on to graduate school. All of those who know you're going on, come on, stand up. Thank God for the blessing and for the scholarships that have already come. This has been a good year. A wonderful time to celebrate. Through the work of the 12th president, Dr. Perkins, who established all of the programs in STEM, 25% of you are graduating in STEM-related fields. Stand up, all of you, and celebrate. And most important, to the culture of African Americans today are the acculturation and the morals and the values that are expressed in fraternities and sororities. And over 50% of you are a member of a Greek letter organization. Not only that, but this class is socially minded. You're intelligent. You have jobs that will allow you to be gainfully employed. But you also believe in the least of these, and you have graciously given of your time and your talent to generate over 50,000 hours in service to the people of Richmond, Virginia, and you need to be celebrated. I wish we could have done it all by ourselves, but as Pastor Jones said yesterday, was that all right yesterday? He said, it's your what? It's your turn. It's your turn. And we also recognize that we have anointings of turtles, that we did not get to the top of those gates by ourselves. And so for all the mothers and those who have been mothers to us, thank you for allowing us to interrupt your Mother's Day weekend. But we hope you appreciate the greatest gift a university could ever give, a student that's not coming back to your basement. So moms, dads, and everyone here, we hope you appreciate the gift of a graduate that has no balance, that's walking because they earned their degree. Everybody please stand, graduates, and thank your moms and all of those who are here. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. As one graduate said to me, I want to say on behalf of all, Mom, Dad, please don't turn off the Cash App. We may still need you. I am honored to take a moment of privilege and ask a trustee. I want to ask our trustee, a beloved trustee, Steve Bullock, to please come and join me. I'd also like for Trustee Doris, the wife of Trustee Bullock, Mrs. Doris, where are you? Mrs. Doris Bullock, can you just stand and wave your hand? Everybody clap for her. We recently established the Steve and Doris Bullock Presidential Medal of Honor. And this award is given to special people who have partnered with Virginia Union University in extraordinary and transformational ways. This is the first year that we're able to give out this award, and we are thankful to find an alum, a person who has embodied the ideals that all of you now represent. We're extremely excited of her faithfulness, loyalty, and generosity to the university, and all the love that she has shared over the years to continue in the legacy of this great institution. Today, we would like to present the Steve and Doris Bullock Presidential Medal of Honor to Dr. Virginia B. Howerton. Mrs. Howerton, will you please come? Please clap for her as she comes again. She is a class of 1965 graduate of Virginia Union University and has served in many distinct ways. Dr. Howerton, I would like to read this citation to you. The Doris and Steve Bullock Presidential Medal of Honor is presented to Dr. Virginia B. Howerton, VUU Class of 1965. This award is given in recognition of faculty, staff, administration, and alumni who have given their lives to Virginia Union University. This award is named, of course, in honor of Doris and Steve Bullock, who are also members of the great alumni in the class of 1960 and 1959. By virtue of the power and authority vested in me this day, May 11, please accept this award on behalf of all of us. Please stand and clap for her. And here's Trustee Bullock.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Good morning. I'm doing pretty well, thanks. I just want you young people to know that I was in your spot one time, a little while ago. And one of the things that stands out, continues to stand out, stood out then for me was that I always enjoyed being at Union. A lot of people would say, well, it's so small and little backwater Richmond. I said, wait a minute. You don't know the history of our beloved institution. So from the time I came on campus, met some of my dearest friends who are still friends today, I've always had this special connection to Union. Over the years, it has been my intention, you know how we have intentions, to do this, to do that, to do the other, a little here, a little there. Well, now we can do a little more. And I'm awfully grateful to be able to do so. I'm also grateful to have met Dr. Lucas, to have been reintroduced to Dr. Richardson. I do know some of your board of trustee members, but the point is that our visions work together. So I am so pleased to be beginning a new chapter in my relationship to Virginia Union. My intention is to work with the folk who run the university in any way that they think that I can, do what I can to promote the university and push it forward, because I think that in the next century, we'll be doing wonderful things, even more so than we've done in the past. So to you who are graduating, congratulations. Look forward to your doing great things in the future. If at any time I can assist you with anything, you only have to ask. And again, thank you, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, everyone related to Virginia Union for this wonderful honor today. Now, I've got a few things, just a few more things I want to say. A few years ago, I was struck down by a virus, shall we say. We'll call it a virus. And I was paralyzed for a little while. So I guess you're wondering, why is that lady creeping around? Well, I'm continuing to recover. And I had thought one time that I wouldn't come today because I don't want to hold up progress. You know how people who can't exactly make it are in need of help here and there and there. But I said, wait a minute. That's just being prideful. I'm grateful to have recovered to this point and look forward to complete recovery. As you know, we cannot move forward without family, friends, and other loved ones. And I have to thank my family because they were there for me. One of the special ones is your own Dr. Delta Bowers, who is my sister. I know you know her tenaciousness, shall we say. And she exhibited all of that when I was ill, every day. Get up, get out, get yourself together. We're not having this lying here in the bed feeling sorry for yourself. Move it. Okay, well, I'm still recovering. So another thing going on in my mind while I was there was the fact that, we put things off for another day. Well, sometimes you don't get another day. So I said to myself, well, when you get to a position where you can do certain things, do them. And this is one of those things where I want to support Virginia Union. And it's a beginning because I intend to continue with supporting Virginia Union, assisting where I can in any way that I can. And another person who has helped me to make that wish become a reality is Attorney Brent Jackson. He has worked with me, Dr. Lucas, Dr. Richardson, and other members of the VUU community to translate into English what it is that my goal is. So I want to thank him for all of his assistance. Now, I'm going to end by saying thank you all again. And remember, if you need me, call me. No.
Ms. Howerton wanted me to do something that I wanted her to do. Mr. Chair, please stand. Dr. Howerton and her words have been not only an inspiration, and not only we are thankful, but on last week, Dr. Howerton signed the agreements and has made the financial provisions and has donated to the university $2.5 million. Come on, she deserves it. She is today has given the largest single gift at one time by any person in the history of the university. 154 years ago, the Lord gave us Mary Lumpkins. And in 2019, God sent another African-American woman, and her name is Virginia Howerton. She has decided that a part of her giving, that she will be establishing the Howerton Scholars. This is for English majors who are Richmonders, who graduate from high school with 3.0 GPAs. She deserves another hand clap of thanks. Thank you. I believe, church, that takes an amen, amen. And amen. Amen. Somebody say, I'm next. Somebody say, I'm next. No, I'm serious. You never know how the Lord is going to bless you. And we need not look to anyone else than the people have received the blessing of Virginia Union. The next major gift is sitting in front of us. Anybody believe that? I'm excited for the opportunity to introduce a man that you all know to give the commencement address today. He is an award-winning actor, is that right? Producer, is that right? Humanitarian, is that right? And a man that you can remember while you were growing up all over the screen, is that not right? He is a man of the people. He represents generations of success in representing us in Hollywood, locally and internationally. You can remember him in all of his roles. Everybody call out a movie that you remember him in. That's right. And it is a blessing when you have lived a life that has made you not only financially stable and wealthy, but has made you consciously wealthy. He has dedicated his life today to social justice and promoting the causes of our people. Today, VUU is proud to have this man of purpose, an advocate for social justice, who will be forever remembered as he becomes one of our distinguished alum through an honorary doctorate. Dr. Danny Glover, he's an activist, as we have said, primarily adding his voice to economic justice and access to health care in education across the U.S. and in Africa. He openly has challenged the arts community to lead the way in this activism and to remind and join us of our common theme, that at VUU, education is our social justice. We are proud that he is here today to encourage each and every one of you to find passion for justice through education as you enter into your promise of a limitless future. Please, all over the field, please stand and welcome Dr. Danny Glover.
Yes. All right. This is This is the eve of Mother's Day, and as always, we celebrate Mother's Day because our mothers are the backbone and the foundation for which we prosper. We celebrate them for their gift of love and continuance of building communities. I'm thinking of my mother, Carrie Mae Glover, who graduated from Payne College, HBCU College in Augusta, Georgia in 1942. Often when I began my life as an actor, I'd worked in city government for more than 6.5 years in the Office of Community Development and the Model Cities Program in San Francisco. I would go by her place of work. She was a supervisor for the United States Postal Service, and she would want to introduce me as a beginning actor to some of her colleagues, and she would usher me there, me often unwillingly, and she would say, I wanted you to meet my son, Danny. He is an actor, as if she had, in some ways, became associated with a new word, actor. And just about the time when they would say, what has he done? She would say, he hasn't done anything yet, but one day he's going to do something important, like a mother. And she didn't mean importance from the standpoint, from the success in the films I've had, the blessings I've had as an actor, but importance when she knew that I would be here today. Some way she knew I was going to be at Virginia Union University today. That's what she meant by important. Over the years, I've been invited to deliver commencement addresses at a number of institutions across this country. But this invitation sits near and dear to my heart for reasons I will dwell in shortly. I would first like to thank Dr. Franklin Richardson and the Virginia University Board of Trustees and Dr. Hakeem Lucas from Brooklyn and his staff for having me. Most of all, I would like to thank the graduating class of 2019 as we also commemorate the 400th year of the landing of the Mayflower in 1619. For all of the hard work you have put in pursuing higher education, the mission of this esteemed institute speaks to my own path, and I see myself in the students assembled here today, full of hope and enthusiasm to make an impact on the world. So it is a great honor for me to congratulate you on what will be one of many major accomplishments in your lives. All 352 of you impress me. As Dr. Lucas said, a quarter of you have completed degrees in STEM fields, and nearly 6% of you carry a GPA of 3.0 or higher. As you pursue employment and additional education, it is clear that Virginia Union University has developed your academic and personal strengths to a considerable extent. But it has also imparted values and a social and historic context for your future accomplishments. With all of that is going on in the world, global struggles for social justice, environmental sustainability, and economic equality, the story of this institution and its students is as illuminating as it is inspirational. HBCUs are incredibly important, yet often under-celebrated part of the history of American education. Today we speak of school-to-prison pipeline and its devastating impact on Black and brown communities in the United States. But Virginia Union University shows us that that pipeline can flow in reverse for the betterment of all humanity. This institution's first classes were taught at, of all places, Lumpkin's Jail, the largest slave-holding facility in Richmond, before the abolishment of slavery, with the horrors of oppression etched into the walls and embossed in the foundation. Virginia Union University students and teachers create a new narrative. In 1865, essentially the day after slavery, they began to creating an institution that would produce countless teachers, doctors, lawyers, theologians, military heroes, professional athletes, and civic leaders. I say they begin creating a new narrative because every student that set foot on this campus added to the story of the institution and to the story of humanity itself. Your graduation is a continual act of creation for Virginia Union University. To really understand how profoundly transformational these acts were, we must reflect on the reality that prisons are first and foremost this country's most aggressive form of social control. From the physical structure of the facilities to the social dynamics to which they give rise, prisons are about solidifying social structures and reinforcing power dynamics. For an institution founded to educate formerly enslaved persons to have begun inside a facility where its students would have been tortured or worse for merely being literate a few years prior to is nothing short of remarkable. Access to education that humanizes and supports people of African descent has not always existed. And many people across the country and the world have had to fight vigorously to create forms of education that produce social justice rather than reproduce inequalities and socio-economic stratifications. When I was a student at San Francisco State University over 50 years ago, I, with many of my fellow students, staged a major strike to demand the creation of a school of ethnic studies. I still recall the feelings, the impulses, and the sense that we and all marginalized people the world over were backed by a global intellectual and political awakening. The anti-war movement and major protests and liberation struggles against colonialism and imperialism were overtaking the world. There was a real palpable sense that the world was in the midst of changing for the better. Even though we were not experienced activists and weren't used to fighting for education, we quickly found out that institutionalized racism opposed us not because we were Black, but because our success would have meant the end of white hegemony in the higher education at our institution. When we took on the actions in the name of equitable education, the world was a very different place, yet in many critical ways, it has remained the same. When I look at you today, I see an audience full of young people who are beleaguered by the same oppressions we faced 50 years ago. What has changed is that the world is more interconnected and fast-paced than it was. We are still fighting for the liberation of African people and people of color worldwide. We are still fighting for radical inclusiveness as a bold new frontier in reorganizing societies. And now we have a whole host of emerging problems that originated half a century ago and even before. The oppression and destruction we face is built on the legacy of what came before. In keeping with the reality of continuity, we build new movements on the legacies of the struggles that preceded us. Like many people who have fought for justice in the world since the 1950s, we are highly inspired by the work of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., as I am sure all of you are. In accepting the 1964 Nobel Peace Prize, Dr. Martin Luther King talked about the World House. The World House, simply put, was a metaphor for how we are all a part of the same world, beyond the existential reaches of tribe, race, class, nation, and religion. We don't simply represent an island. Metaphorically, we are on the same island. We are all one people who have to understand the interconnection between our realities and challenges and who we are as human beings. One of this institution's most esteemed graduates has already taken meaningful strides in this end. Randall Robinson founded Trans-Africa Forum Incorporated in 1977 to influence American foreign policy on behalf of people of African descent worldwide. Trans-Africa played an integral role in the Free South African movement and has established itself as a premier non-governmental agency organization on the world stage that centers the concerns of people of African descent as a legitimate policy demands. The long-term effects of these efforts has been the promotion of a worldwide conversation about the history, the current treatment, and the future prospects of African descendants. This conversation has even impacted the United Nations, which in 2014 declared the International Decade of People of African Descent. You can continue this work by using this International Decade of people of African descent and the UN Millennial Goals of ending extreme poverty as platforms to bring transformative policies that can lift people out of despair, bring a new level of prosperity to the world, and change humanity's trajectory for the better. There are more than 200 million African descendants living in the north and southern hemisphere, of which 90% of them live in poverty, below the poverty line. More than 200 million of which more than half live in Brazil. More than 200 million who still face the collective memory of slavery and oppression. Right now, we have the foundation of a platform to push governments and proactive citizens to find solutions in this devastating moment in human history. It is time for a new narrative about our relationship to each other in the world, and I believe that all of you are capable of making this next phase of Dr. King's vision a reality. You also have luminaries in domestic affairs who have also championed the interests of people of African descent. Dr. Wyatt T. Walker, a civil rights leader in his own right, and Chief of Staff of Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. Spotwood Robinson, the third legal advocate against slavery and the U.S. Court of Appeal judge for Washington, D.C. Rosalind Brock, chair of the National Board of Directors for the NAACP, all come to mind as Virginia Union University graduates who have made history to make this nation a better place for black people and for humanity. This is a power legacy for you to advance throughout your lives. You can consider it your final assignment to complete, to make the world know the name of Virginia Union University as you make your own contributions to the cycle of history. History may not repeat itself, but foresight is always needed. Climate change is no longer threatening the future of humanity, but it is already actively reshaping our reality. It is no longer some remote possibility about which a rational person could be skeptical, and it has not been for quite some time. The production capacity and consumption patterns that have allowed our species to manufacture our own demise came from industrialization and the economic surpluses resulting from the world wars. What are we fighting now? What we're fighting now is connected to the past 50 years and the past 50 years before that. I wish that I had more answers on what we should do next, but I know the resistance and sustainable activism are an ingredient for change. Resistance and sustainable activism are ingredients for change. Where we are now and what we have on our plates is different than our circumstances 50 years ago. Yeah, when the planet's population was around 3 billion people. The stakes have risen sharply, and we must now resolve our society's historical contradictions in the service of humanity. At this juncture, our mission is to develop a thorough and meaningful answer to the question of what next steps in our society evolution will be. As Dr. King stated in the title of his last writings in 1966, where do we go from now? Community or chaos? What transformations will make and how will we sustain those outcomes? It's not enough for us to mobilize and to make change in policies and cultural norms. We have to follow through with a plan for protecting the fruits of our victories and the narratives that explain how we got them. Within the words of revolution is evolution. When we evoke the spirit of revolution to describe our policies and our activism, we have to maintain the forward trajectory of transformation. Transformation. The sense of being productive, but being constructive, building on what came before us requires not only the advancing the academic knowledge and critical analysis in which I know you are well versed in, but also taking the interpersonal work and social engagement of past eras and new levels. Virginia Union University has always attracted students who are intellectually curious and deeply concerned with the well-being of their fellow human beings. As you enter your professions and begin to make your mark on the world, it is my hope that you do so as citizens in the name of social justice. My hope is that you will inspire the next generation of students to center interpersonal work and community engagements, and to focus their attention on consolidating and maintaining the power of communities. Without those things in place, our communities can be disempowered at any instance. Our liberation and future of our planet cannot be precarious. We all need the specific sense of safety and stability that can only come from unity and sincere regard for one another. To whom much is given, much is expected. As you reflect on your experiences as undergraduates and the many victories Virginia Union University has enjoyed recently, the CAA champions for both the men's and women's basketball teams, and for the golf teams, the establishment of degree programs entered on the cherished art form of Black hair care, the establishment of scholarships and mentorship programs to generate a pipeline for local youth, so one who could one day enroll as students at this institution, and the establishment of the community health clinic, a first for an HBCU, a highlight that accomplished Virginia Union University as well as its alumni to speak to the potential that abounds in all of us. There are no opposition or limitations that exceed what you are capable of, especially now that you have been enriched by the staff and faculty of this institution. Each of you have the ability to make impressive individual contributions to the world, but the fullness of your impact will be felt when you contribute collectively. What the world needs from you is for you to establish new sets of norms centered on cooperation and consensus to the service of human well-being. The upheaval we see in the world and in the nation today, the stunning, unintelligent return of blackface, as we saw with Virginia's government and Attorney General, it's about Confederate historical revisionism that animates controversies about Confederate monuments, and the violent resurgence of white racial terrorism that culminated in the Unite the Right rally 70 miles here in Charlottesville. There is a clear need for people who truly value the founding ideals of this country, who truly value the reality of who the American people are, who truly value family, tradition, community, to come together and assert their power and political strength. What I am encouraging you to do is to rethink your definition of achievement by taking on more holistic view of the opposition you will face. If you will encounter opposition aimed at isolating, marginalizing, and silencing you, which I anticipate you will, then your strategy must be to center yourself in your communities so that you can speak your truth in unison, a radical transformation of unison. Being a student leader engaged in the process of making change, I wish I and my fellow activists had understood the value of inclusiveness in our movements when we were young. I wish we had, as young men, had respected the leadership and strength of young women who were just as much, if not more, involved in our protests. I wish that we had been more expansive in our thinking so that we could draw connection between racism, militarism, and capitalism, and the destruction of the environment. Our shortcomings made our movement vulnerable and made them very difficult to sustain. But all of those who have come before you, upon whose shoulders we now stand, want better for you. We want you to be powerful where we lack strength. We want you to be insightful where we lack unfocused. And most of all, we want you to be successful where we fell short. Despite it all, we made meaningful contributions and advanced the legacies that had been left to us. But as there's more to be done, there's more knowledge and insight required. As you considered your myriad ways in which you can give back to communities and people who have helped make you who you are, consider how you will give to yourselves. How will you nurture your creativity and ingenuity? How will you conserve your personal health? And how will you, thinking about health, inform your impact on the environment around us? The impact you will have on the world and the impact the world will have on you are interrelated. Your capacity to succeed will proceed from your ability to envision healthier ways for us to live, work, and play. Once again, I would like to thank Virginia University for affording me the opportunity to address you on this occasion of your graduation. Congratulations, class of 2019. The world is waiting for you, and I know you are ready to make us all proud. Thank you so much.
Hey, how y'all doing today? So first of all, I'd like to say thank you, Mr. Glover. We appreciate you spending your time with us today, and congratulations on your doctorate. On behalf of VUU, I would like to say a special hello to some guests who are with us today. First and foremost, Dr. Frank Royal, our Chairman Emeritus of VUU's Board of Trustees. Can you wave for us? VUU President Emeritus, Dr. Claude G. Perkins, and Mrs. Perkins, would you mind waving? Our former mayor and alum, Reverend Dwight Jones, would you mind waving to the group? And for all of you who are here, families, friends, and our graduates, you're a special guest as well. However, there's a group of people who are sitting to my left and your right. They are the golden class of 1968. I'm sorry, 9. She said, do that math right. Because they're celebrating 50 years since their commencement here at Virginia Union. Would members of the class of 1969 please stand as I call your name? Ms. Demetra Simpson, and if you can't stand, you can wave. Mrs. Catherine Boone. Ms. Janet F. Britt. Mr. Ronald Timmons. Reverend Dr. Patricia Gould Camp. Ms. Joyce Cofield. Mrs. Angeline Coward. Mrs. Iris Folks Page. Mrs. Patricia Pagat. Mrs. Kathy Tatum. Mrs. Barbara Banks McNeil. Miss A. Joan Bennett. Mrs. Gladys Williams. Mrs. Jacqueline Roberts. Dr. Roland Moore. My God, y'all, I'll tell you what I'm doing up here in this heat. Mr. Richard Norwood. Mrs. Janista G. Robinson. And Miss Sandra Brown. Congratulations to our golden class. You can all be seated. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We'd like to pause to honor one of our very own who is not with us to celebrate commencement today. I'd like to ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silence in the memory of Everett Allen Patterson, who passed away last week. Patterson is from Richmond, Virginia, and earned a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. You may be seated. His wife and son will march with his classmates to accept his degree today. At this time, we recognize our summer candidates for graduation. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all names are called. Naeja Ellis from Richmond, Virginia, will receive a degree in biology. Ariana Grice from Richmond, Virginia, will receive a degree in entrepreneur management. Aaron M. Meredith of Norfolk, Virginia, will receive a degree in marketing. Sabriana Reed of Bronx, New York, will receive a degree in biology. Myrae A. Reed from New York will receive a degree in criminology, criminal justice. Ronald A. Scott of Portsmouth, Virginia, will receive a degree in entrepreneur management. Korkenya Jajon West from Rennes, Georgia, will receive a degree in marketing. Please be seated. Will Danielle and Walter Florence please stand? They are mother and son graduating together. This is only the third time in VUU's history that we've graduated a parent and child in the same ceremony. Ms. Florence is receiving a Master of Divinity degree, while Walter is receiving a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in music theater. Please be seated. Will Kayla Ruffin please stand? Kayla is receiving a bachelor's degree in biology. She is a fourth-generation graduate of VUU, following in the footsteps of her great-grandparents, grandfather, uncle, and father. By the way, her father is Dr. Vernon Ruffin, an assistant professor in the Department of Natural Sciences at VUU. Congratulations. We have some outstanding academic achievers graduating today. This year, I am proud to announce that we have 3 valedictorians, each graduating with a 4.0 GPA. Let's take a moment and celebrate each of them. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Aaliyah Nicole Jones, a native of Suffolk, Virginia. She will receive a degree in mathematics secondary education. Alyssa Nichelle Jones, also from Suffolk, Virginia. She will receive a degree in criminology, criminal justice. In case you are wondering, yes, they are twins. Our third valedictorian is Rihanna S. Smith from Henrico, Virginia. She will receive a bachelor's degree in English. We will hear from each of them in just a few minutes. You may be seated. Our salutatorian is Erica Blackson, a native of Washington, D.C. She will receive a degree in criminology, criminal justice. She is standing. Please be recognized. Thank you. We want to acknowledge another set of twins who are graduating today with honors. Please stand. DeMonte Marquise Green and Kaymondre Malik Green. They are from Providence Forge, Virginia, and will each receive a bachelor's degree in entrepreneur management. Please be seated. At this time, we would also like to recognize some other student achievement awards. Please come forward. Alexis M. Cleveland. Alexis is the recipient of the Garnet Ryland Prize in Chemistry. This prize includes a monetary award. Alexis plans to enroll in a master's degree program in pharmacy. Congratulations, Alexis.
Thank you.
Harold Austin Marciniak, please come forward. Mr. Marciniak is the Johnson and Doshuan Fine Arts Scholar. This recognition comes with a monetary award. He is from Sandston, Virginia, and is receiving a degree today in music theater. Congratulations, Harold.
I am here to announce the valedictorian of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology. So please come forward, Mr. Donald James Cederlin. Cederlin earned the highest GPA and is the recipient of the Samuel Horace James Senior Theology Award. He is from Lenexa, Virginia, and is receiving a Master of Divinity today. Congratulations, Donald. In addition, the top honor graduate for 2019 for the Master of Arts in Christian Education is Jacqueline Hinton Lundy. She is a native of Woodbridge, Virginia, and we celebrate her today. This year's Johnson Odasawan Divinity Scholar is Nordia Henry. Please come forward. Ms. Henry is a native of Kingston, Jamaica. Jamaica man. And is receiving a Master of Divinity degree today. Let us congratulate Ms. Henry.
We have outstanding faculty at VUU. Right now, I want to recognize one who was selected by his colleagues for the Scott and Stringfellow Award. It is a prestigious award given for outstanding teaching, research, and mentoring. This year's recipient is Dr. Young Suk Kim. Dr. Kim, please come forward. Dr. Kim is an associate professor of New Testament and Early Christianity for the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology. He is the editor of the Journal of Race, Ethnicity, and Religion, and also of the Journal of Bible and Human Transformation. He is the author of 9 books, including one recently released that he co-authored titled Decentering the New Testament, a Reintroduction. We are proud to present the 2019 Scott and Stringfellow Award to Dr. Kim. Congratulations. Now, it is time to hear from our 3 valedictorians. Please come forward, Ms. Aaliyah Nicole Jones. She will be followed by Ms. Alyssa Nichelle Jones, and then Ms. Rihanna S. Smith. A presentation will be made after each speech. Will all 3 of you please come forward?
Greetings, President Lucas, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, administration, and the class of 2019. My name is Aaliyah Jones, and today I will be graduating with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Mathematics Secondary Education. I am so honored and blessed to be standing here today as your valedictorian alongside my twin sister. There are various individuals who were extremely instrumental in my success here at Virginia Union University. If I were to name them all, I would be here longer than 2 minutes, so I'm not going to do so, but those individuals know who they are. And that goes to show that certainly wherever you go in life and what you do in life, you need to build those strong bonds and relationships with different individuals because you never know who can help you get to where you want to be. And to my family, would you please stand? I just have 2 words for you. Thank you. I'm sure I don't say it enough, but today I just want to say thank you for all that you do and supporting me and believing in me. It doesn't go unnoticed, and thank you for always being here and willing to make that long drive. So thank you. And to the class of 2019, one of my favorite quotes is by Nelson Mandela, and it states, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. No one will ever be able to take your education away from you. So take pride in that and be proud of the huge accomplishment that has brought us all here today." Our motto at Virginia Union University is the promise of a limitless future. Over the past 4 years, we have gained all of the knowledge and skills we need to go out and make our dreams become a reality. And also, when you go out into the world, you need to make a change. Now, as products of Virginia Union University, it is our duty to show not only ourselves, but the rest of the world what that limitless future looks like and entails. These cords around my neck and stoles, they came from hard work and dedication, and I worked hard for this, and those individuals that helped me along the way really believed in me and supported me, so without them, I wouldn't be here today, so thank you. Congratulations to all of us. We came, we conquered, and we achieved. Remember, in order to achieve the most out of anything in life, you have to be driven, disciplined, determined, and never give up. Life will test you. Life will test you. And you may not always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I promise you, it's there. Thank you. Greetings, Dr. Hakeem Lucas, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2019. Welcome to the 2019 Virginia Union University Commencement Ceremony. I am Alyssa Jones, and it truly is a distinct honor to be able to serve as a valedictorian of the class of 2019. Before I begin, I first and foremost want to thank God. Without him, this moment would not be possible. In addition, I want to personally recognize and thank my parents, family, and administrators. You all have been such influential and contributing factors to my success here at Virginia Union University. This moment today is definitely ours to be shared. As I stand before you today, it brings me great pleasure to look out into the crowd and see so many success stories. People who never gave up despite the various challenges faced against them, and people who are ready to take adulting to the next level. 4 years ago at Convocation, many of us were unsure what the next 4 years of our life were going to entail, or how we were going to maintain and survive on our own. but where there is doubt lies faith. We all have made everlasting friendships and connections, and eventually we learned how to adapt to our new surroundings. To my fellow graduates, I challenge each and every one of you to never allow yourself or anyone else to place limits on your success. Never let anyone discredit your worth or capabilities, being that you are a product of an HBCU. Be proud and stand firm on the foundation that Virginia Union University has molded for you. Let today's tremendous accomplishment be the fire that constantly ignites your willingness to witness all of your dreams come true. As we say our sincere farewell to Virginia Union University, reflect on the positive changes that have occurred in your life and understand that greatness exists within all of us. As I close, I will leave you with this quote by William Arthur Ward. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. Thank you, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2019.
Good day, my fellow classmates. Blessed we are today as we have our families and our educators with us to watch us progress into full-fledged Panthers. Now, in all honesty, attending VUU wasn't my top priority. I arrived to Virginia coming from all the way from California to become physically and emotionally closer to my family while taking care of my loving grandparents who were sick at the time. I never expected to go to college in Virginia, but I did, and as you can see, I selected this university. I deliberately decided to place my education and future in their hands, and I do not regret it. As a non-native student, I was welcomed with an encouraging and supportive staff that greatly helped me ignite my beginnings. This heartening environment captivated me to form a bond with VUU, but my attraction mainly regarded to the historical and cultural esteem that VUU held as an HBCU. For the majority of my life, I lived in a neighborhood that only held a 2% Black demographic. I arrived from an environment where I seldom saw and met anyone that looked like me. The high amount of melanin, our beautiful dark skin, all these different kinds of shades and different hair that flows within the university boosted my acceptance and my confidence. This university visibly presents its everlasting history by displaying the enriching and powerful roots that we cultivated from. We advance from this land as it continues to grow as a place of enlightenment that embraces and remembers our historical endeavors and achievements. From all my 4 years in VUU, I proudly say that being a part of this university has greatly brightened my mind. I have been surrounded by a nurturing faculty that welcomed and treated me as not just as a student, but as family. This university has enlightened me with knowledge about the world, our nation, and myself. This university has evolved me into the person I am today, and as my growth continues, I will never forget the compassion and wisdom of our fellow professors. Without them, we would not have the strength and intelligence that we hold today. Importantly, this university has taught me the endeavoring yet unwavering background of our Black heritage. My fellow classmates, this university has given me an opportunity to acknowledge the fact that I am not just an American, but a Black American with a history of accomplishments and triumphs that prolongs our beauty and uniqueness. Our brilliance is evident by each and one of you gathered here today as your families witness your success and your advancing steps into your futures. As a part of the graduating class of 2019, I too will further myself by fulfilling my passion of becoming a translator. As an English major and Spanish minor, I desired to become a book translator and writer. I aspire to translate and write fiction among various languages. Various languages, not just because of the fondness of literature, but also to increase literacy among nations and become more universally connected as we understand more about our unique values. We are all divided by our traditions, cultures, and standards, but we are all human as we live on the same planet. We are divided, I want to do my part to promote intercultural dialogue. I want to help people of different ethnicities and nationalities step outside their boundaries as well as ours in order to not cast aside our differences, but to understand them. Rather than place judgment, we must learn how to empathize our diversities with each other. As a result, we can diffuse the cultural intolerance that remains in the world and unify together to end universal predicaments. Now, to my great Virginia Union classmates, I bet you all can agree that this journey has been challenging on all of us. But know that this is only the beginning. I started a chapter when I arrived and lived in Virginia with my grandparents. And now I end a new chapter as I graduate, yet I finish with the loss of my grandparents. Although they are not here alongside my family, I know they are always with me as they watch me acquire this achievement, along with the other accomplishments I will strive to earn in my anticipated future. Although I have no right to give you life advice, for I am in the same position as you all are, I would like to give you all some word of advice and encouragement. My fellow graduates, we are all bound to achieve great successes in our futures, but obstacles are inevitable in our past, and you won't even expect it. This unpredictability is an aspect of life, and while you see it as difficult, and at one point you'll just say, I had enough, just know that God can only give what you can handle, and whatever He gives us is to only make us smarter and stronger. So, never stop trusting God's work, because as our motto states, the Lord will always provide. My fellow classmates, I end this speech by wishing you all the best of luck and prosperities in all your futures. Congratulations and thank you.
This is a time in our ceremony that we recognize those distinguished individuals who go over and beyond the call to support Virginia Union University and our students. Members of our Board of Trustees will now present this year's honorary degree recipients, led by our Chairman Richardson.
I wish to have Nicole Parker Green, who will come and present the first honorary degree to Mr. Danny Glover.
Greetings and a special congratulations to the 511 class of 2019. Today I celebrate 26 years since my 1993 graduation, and I'm proud to be standing here. I am humbled and honored to present this first honorary degree, as I proudly recognize Mr. Danny Glover, an award-winning actor, producer, and humanitarian. He is also a respected community activist and philanthropist. We commend his advocacy for economic justice, access to health care, and education programs in the U.S. and Africa. More importantly, Mr. Danny Glover, in recognition of your stellar work in the performing arts, as well as being an outspoken advocate for human rights, the Board of Trustees is proud to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all rights and privileges thereto appertaining. And now we receive Mr. Glover.
I'd like to invite Mrs. Barbara Radcliffe Gray to come. Her description is in the program. Barbara Radcliffe Gray is an unusual lady. Unusual just by the fact that she just turned 93 years old. But she has had a brilliant career in service as an educator. She educated her students from 1948, where she first began in Buckingham County. She's a graduate, 1947 graduate of Virginia Union University. And she has had a romance with art and culture for all of her life. She is, in fact, an artist herself, but at Virginia Union, she has cultivated and captured the artifacts that make up our gallery. If you go to Virginia Union's Wilder Library, there is our wonderful museum, one of the rival museums among HBCUs, one of the great contributing museums in the city of Richmond. It has in it the doll. She was instrumental in providing various collections and soliciting outstanding artists who have contributed. As a matter of fact, we have so much art that has come that we have it stored in various places that are not even on display. But we are in the process of building a cultural center where the art will be displayed and constantly rotated for discussion and curation. She has been an invaluable contributor to the culture of Virginia Union, and we did not want this opportunity to pass to not thank her for what she has meant and done for the university. We deeply treasure you, Barbara Gray. It is my pleasure. It is my pleasure to present to you, on the recommendation of the Board of Trustees, this Doctor of Humane Letters degree. We want you to understand that we celebrate your achievement and we look forward to your continued service. God bless you. And now, a trustee member, Dr. Theron Williams of Indianapolis, will come and make the presentation to Dr. Earl Miller.
Good morning. Reverend Dr. Earl Miller is well known and well respected as a preacher, scholar, teacher, and community leader. He is a graduate of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology, and to date has personally recruited 14 ministers in training to attend STVU. 3 of them are now faculty at STVU, including University Pastor Reverend Angelo Chapman. Dr. Miller is the Pastor Emeritus of the Progressive Baptist Church of St. Paul, Minnesota, and he planted this church 25 years ago, and it has grown to a congregation of more than 1,500. The City Council and Mayor of St. Paul renamed Burns Avenue Reverend Earl F. Miller Drive. In honor of his accomplishments and 40 years of dynamic leadership he has given to the city. Prior to his move to Minnesota, Dr. Miller worked at Virginia Union as Director of Bands, Dean of Student Affairs, and Director of Field Education. Dr. Earl F. Miller, in recognition of your service and dedicated support to your community, your ministry, and beloved university, the Board of Trustees is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Divinity, honoris causa, with all rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
Will the deans come forward to recommend candidates for degrees? We will begin with Dr. Delta Bowers, Interim Dean of the Sidney Lewis School of Business.
Will all of the faculty and students from the Sidney Lewis School of Business please stand? Madam Provost, the faculty and I present to you the candidates listed in the program who have completed the degree requirements for the bachelor's degrees from the Sidney Lewis School of Business. Please be seated.
Thank you. Will Dr. Gerard McShepard, Interim Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, please come forward?
Will all faculty and students from the School of Arts and Sciences please stand? Madam Provost, the faculty and I present to you the candidates listed in the program who have completed degree requirements for the bachelor's degree from the School of Arts and Sciences. Please be seated.
Thank you. Will Dr. Sunita Sharma, Interim Dean of the Evelyn Reed Syphax School of Education and Interdisciplinary Studies, please come forward?
Will all students or faculty from Evelyn Syphax School of Education and Interdisciplinary Studies please stand? Madam Provost, the faculty and I present to you the candidates listed in the program who have completed the requirements for the bachelor's degree from Evelyn Reed Syphax School of Education and Interdisciplinary Studies. Please be seated.
Thank you. Will Dr. Gregory Howard, Interim Dean of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology, please come forward?
Will all the faculty and students from the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology please stand? Madam Provost, the faculty and I present to you the candidates listed in the program who have completed the following requirements in the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology: Master of Arts in Christian Education, Master of Divinity, Doctor of Ministry. Please be seated.
Thank you. Mr. President, upon the recommendations of the deans and faculty of Virginia Union University, I present to you the following candidates for the conferring of the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Social Work, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Master of Arts in Christian Education, Master of Divinity, and Doctor of Ministry. Will the class of 2019 stand?
By the authority vested in me through the Board of Trustees, I hereupon confer upon you, and you, the bachelor, master, and doctoral degrees, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Undergraduate degree recipients, please move your tassels from the right to the left side, symbolizing that you are now and forevermore officially graduates of Virginia Union University. Please be seated.
Congratulations, class of 2019. Please come forward to receive your degrees. We will begin with Dr. Bowers and the Sidney Lewis School of Business, followed by Dr. McShepard and the School of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Sharma and the Evelyn Reed Syphax School of Education and Interdisciplinary Studies, followed by Dr. Howard and the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology.
Would the Sidney Lewis School of Business graduates please come forward? De'Ara Christian Anderson, magna cum laude. Stephen Hammond Jr. Deontay Marquise Whitehurst. Nathaniel Pryor. Bobby Eugene Phillips. Akivius Jupol Gilmore. Rondell M. Williams, cum laude. Devin Deontay Carey, cum laude. Brittany Michelle Johnson, magna cum laude. Sylvia Josephine Asafo Adji, magna cum laude. Tyrell Naquan Harrison. Dwight Cameron Thomas. Eric Abdul Dunbar, cum laude. Lawrence Ofori Duboye, cum laude. Thelma Brandy Samuels. Tarjay Nicole Jackson, magna cum laude. Kadera Juanita Smith, cum laude. Ajante Carson. Savon Palmer. Troy Sean Jermaine Petit. Dante Lavelle Yense, cum laude. Devin N. Simon, cum laude. Tafari Tompkins Harris. Thornton Warren Harvell Jr. Ricardo James Andrews, magna cum laude. James Harvey Page IV, cum laude. Alexis Kiera McKay, cum laude. Alexis Diamond Jones, cum laude. Ashante Kalia Davis. Lachey Kiera Pendergrass, cum laude. Shantasia Monique Johnson, cum laude. DeMonte Marquise Green, cum laude. Takia Vanessa Dozier, summa cum laude. Kamandre Malik Green, cum laude. Courtney Renee Graves, magna cum laude. Andre C. Jones. Shantice Beatrice Hardy, cum laude. Asiya Mackey Bain. Deja Dixon Lobos, cum laude. Malaya LaShawn Williams, magna cum laude. Donovan O'Brien Stevenson Jr. James Nee Larte. Russell Benjamin Balance, summa cum laude. Abdul Allende. Chaston McKenzie. Daquan Ferguson. Kayla Renee Brown, magna cum laude. Shannon Denise Hitchens, magna cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the graduates for 2019 from the Sidney and Lewis School of Business.
Will the School of Arts and Sciences please come forward? Najee Christine Benson. Courtney Janelli Midget. Beatrice Jewel Gray. Najim Jamila Salam Akins. Brittany Maureen Walker. Chad Ringalero Williams. Mr. Williams. Deja Monet Hall. LaQuisha C. Adams. Daquan Edward Matthews. Rasan J. Parker. Corey McGregor Cooley. Jessica Osoriano. Raven Anjanelle Simone Oliver.
Aaliyah Nicole Jones. Aaliyah Nicole Jones.
Aaliyah Nicole Jones. Alyssa Nichelle Jones. Brianna Ashford. Jamon Pierre Phoenix. Langston Dorsey Logan. Tylen Chino Lau. Jamal Yahomie Traore.
Deshaun Nashir Marix. Michael Gray, cum laude. McQuell Daquan McLean, cum laude. Pharaoh Zakir Whitted, cum laude. Aaron D. Coleman. Brandy Romaine Weaver Cersei. Kiviona Monet Jones. I did it? Alton Lee Goodman III. Darius Bruce Taylor. Shalita Bland. I remember you. Shakenya Knight. Kiana Grace Bell. Lavelle Lamonte Watkins. Jalen Melvin Martin Blunt. Edtron J. Wilcox. Mr. Wilcox. Destiny Shata Davis. LaShawn D. Shaw. Karina Delita Gooding. Evan Jonah Hines. Nadarius Emmanuel Clark. Maya Devon Wynn, summa cum laude. Justin Tafios Wafawanka, summa cum laude. Walter Marcel Florence.
Marciniak.
Harold Austin Marciniak. David Lamont Wilson Jr. Justice Laverne Johnson, cum laude. Deja Monet Davis, cum laude. Atria Clarice Hyman, magna cum laude. Sierra and Dara Hill, cum laude. Justina Lloyd. Deja Marie Felton, cum laude. Lamar Eugene Dixon, magna cum laude. Rayana Siobhan Smith, summa cum laude. Emilia Q. Howell. Lakeisha Pauline White, cum laude. Sierra L. O'Brien, cum laude. Tiara Nicole Wellman, honorable mention. Nathasia Serwa Akoto Arthur, cum laude. Melanie George, cum laude. Jasmine Trevona Cox. Ashley Monique Belton, cum laude, Miss Belton. Kaylee Dion Kirkham, summa cum laude. Kiara Ayana Marnay Armstead, cum laude. Caron L. Hosky. Terrence Dixon Ward Jr. Dante Jalen Gross. Kimani Hodges, cum laude.
Adriana Abernathy.
Alasia Adriana Abernathy.
It's Quenisha.
Quenisha Bianca Dixon, magna cum laude. Brittany Dajay Bland, cum laude. Erica Lachey Blackston, summa cum laude.
My middle name is Danae.
Brianna Danae Bland, cum laude. Linnell Janice Glover, cum laude. Jalen Marquis Matthew Furlan. Nandira Sherbe Stennis. Nazelle E. Austin. Kevon Tai Haskins, magna cum laude. Deja Richardson. Jazelyn Dinkins, cum laude. Joanna Jones, magna cum laude. Megan Roseanne Anthony Jones. Joshua Lamont Nelson. Diamond Sherelle Hunt, cum laude. Ronisha Sharon Starkey, cum laude. Justin Sean Jones. Shamisha Beasley, summa cum laude. Sabrina Elaine Connor, summa cum laude. Raisha Marie Pacotas, cum laude. Jada Lachelle Lucky, cum laude. Destiny Lachey Harris, cum laude. Malika D. Fowler, cum laude. Mariah Kiana Henley, cum laude. Kevin Lawrence Lee II, cum laude.
Say my first and last name.
Bria McKinney, cum laude. Alani Moses L. Rakia Allen. Deja Deborah Overby, cum laude. Kayla Chanel Brent, cum laude. Pauletta Maria Johnson. Lexus Star Gordon. Shawnice Taria Morris, magna cum laude. Kayana Dominic, cum laude. Ashley Nicole Spruill, cum laude. Najee LeVar Capers. Damian Daquan Monroe, cum laude. Rihanna Nari Patterson Sutton, cum laude. Ricky Dion Wooden, cum laude. Jamal Devontae Hurt. Devin Love Moore. Brittany Ashley Chapman. Alea Kamal. Tony Davon Hawks Jr., cum laude. Patience Yane Stewart. Lexus Mills, cum laude. Kentonia Wilson. Kalia Ali Moore, cum laude. Brittany Giselle Bailey. Michaela Regine Vanice Nixon, magna cum laude. Stephanie Ryan Wilson, cum laude. I remember you too. Cheyenne Daniels, magna cum laude. Ariel Nutter. y'all keeping together. Kayleen Noel Richbo Dozier, magna cum laude. Carter Alasia Carter. Olympia Sinclair Williams, cum laude. Destiny Lachey Chapman. Chandra Vonay Mealy. Deja Rochelle Curry, cum laude. Brandon Deontay Brown Ruffin, magna cum laude. Michaela Alexius Holmes, cum laude. Bianca Michelle Marner, magna cum laude. Simeon Vincent Hicks, cum laude. Kate Ikpe Idiom. James Allen Ulmer. Imani Daje Cooper. Rejoice Spivey, magna cum laude. Kayla Ishay Ruffin, cum laude, 4th generation. Alexis Mariah Cleveland, cum laude. Chisha Renee Clausen, cum laude. Linda Caneza. Tiant Selman. Dorian Wadler. Trayvon Duncan, summa cum laude. Anthony Travell Jones, cum laude. Danny Riyad Ballot, magna cum laude. On behalf of the Everett Patterson Jr., Cybersecurity. Mitchell McIver Jr., cum laude. Jihad Zymer Adams, cum laude. Cornelius Alexander Clory Jr., magna cum laude. Aaron Jamal Dildy, magna cum laude. William Roger Medley II, magna cum laude.
Can you read that?
Raymond Stanley Martin III, magna cum laude. Sincere Yanti Alexis Tompkins Harris, cum laude. Trinity Danielle Gaskins, summa cum laude. Umu Bangora, cum laude. Denisha Stevens. Timothy Ray Brantley Jr., cum laude. Tyler Tashelle Cotton, cum laude. Daniel Garrett Brown II, magna cum laude. All right. Morgan Elaine Tiana Daniel, cum laude.
Tamis.
Right. Dayana Tomise Wright, magna cum laude.
Hey, man.
All right, young scholar. Kobe Gerard Williams, cum laude. Good for me.
Class of 2019, Evelyn Reed Syphax School of Education and Interdisciplinary Studies. Please come forward to receive your degrees. Raven J. Parker, Bachelor of Science. Neja Baker, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Dine Brea Anderson, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Lashanda Crenshaw, Bachelor of Science. Kiera Taisha Denise, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Vera Puki Tawalid, Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude. Tierra Kwana Vinson, Bachelor of Science. Edward Jane Spradley, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Kendra Monique Davis, Bachelor of Science. Shikwana Dimle Pamplin, Bachelor of Science. Martia Rolanda Cox, Bachelor of Science. Candace Nicole Holman, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. Deja Monique Brown, Bachelor of Science, cum laude. How about you? Trevor Adonis Wilson, Bachelor of Science.
Yeah. Don't let him do you like that. Don't let him do you like that.
Jesse Dylan Pumel, Bachelor of Science, cum laude.
Will the 2019 graduating class of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology come forth? Kim Crockett Buns. Deborah J. Kennedy. Dennis Michael Crimeo. Letitia Sheree Flood. Julia May Forrest. Sharon Jones Glover. Linda Johnson. Timothy Lewis Jordan. Cassandra Sarah Latney. Jacqueline Hinton Lundy. Ebony Denise Norris. Patricia Van Owens. Lisa Marie Sampson. Christy Ann Askew. Mary Austin Braxton. Tony S. Bankhead. Makisha D. Bates. Tolicia U. Bates. Kyron DeLon Buford. Bowman Kenneth Burton Jr. William R. W. Burton. Larry Charles Campbell. Roderick Antoine Carroll. Michael D. Chance. Bobby Lane Claiborne. Vatir Cortez Colbert Jr. Paula Jones Collins. Darlene Deborah Cook. Felicia Barrett Cook. Harvey Dwayne Cook.
It's Michelle.
Deborah Michelle Daniels. Carl Anthony Davis. Zanique A. Davis. Harold Breon Dawson, Jr. Wayne D. Dixon. Nelson D.C. Perry William Jenkins, Sr. Justin Bernard Moore. Lamont Randall Purpose Edwards. Sharita B. Ely. Rita V. Elmore. Antoinette C. Essa. Vonnie Carrington Farmer. Michael Kendrick Farrell. Gary A. Fields. Monica Michelle Flipping. Danielle Nicole Florence. Clarence Fontenot Jr. Fontenot. Felicia L. Fontenot. Micah Richard Gaines. Emmanuel Kwame Goshu. William Todd Guest. Stephanie Gillis. Tiffany Nicole Graves. Terrence Jamil Gregory. Barry Vaughn Hadley. Eric Todd Harris. Kevin Theodore Hart Sr. Marsha Michelle Hayes. Nordia Henry. Racina B. Hill. All right. Nathaniel Allen Hemmons. Raymond A. Isaiah Jr. Alan Keith Jackson. Doreen Lynette Jackson. Andre Jefferson Jr. Erica Valente Johnson. Michael Tyrone Johnson. Lakeisha Deshawn Jones. Bernard Jordan. Ronnie Donnell Joyner II. Randy V. Kaya. Tiffany Lee. Cheryl L. Little, Barbara Jean Lynn, Brittany Erica Lyons, Nakia Jalon Madison, Camelia Nicole McLean, Carol Virginia McQueen Kenny, Creasy Cornelia McQueen Kenny, Tammy Annette Mitchell, Tara Shardell Mosby Brown, Valerie Lynette Murray, Stephanie Otey, Gina Chanel Owens, Mark A. Penn, Tess C. Powell, James Edmund Prelo II, Walter LaSalle Randall Sr., Tamara Leontine Rhodes, Warren L. Savage, Donald James Cederland, I got you. You're good. Juan Andre Shackelford, Gabrielle Victoria Shelton, Brian Cornell Simmons Sy, Peter Sean Simmons Sy, Jonathan Owens Smith, Chandra L. Thompson, Kirk M. Washington, Maria Denise Whitaker, Johanse David Whitaker, Hal Stacy White,
Come on.
Joshua Alexander Williams, Olivia Xavier Wilson, Ray Young Jr., Dr. Mary I. Adasawan, Dr. Evelyn Hall Harris, Dr. Michelle Elaine Hatcher, Dr. Tracy Dawkins Holly, Dr. Aisha Rochelle Thomas, Dr. Gregory Lavelle Williams,
Excuse me. Hello. There was one omission, and we apologize. Would Doreen Jackson and Tajay Jackson please be recognized as mother and daughter? Congratulations. Thank you.
All righty. Class of 2019. You ready? You've been pushed. You've been pulled. You've been praised. You've been challenged. You've heard from the best of the best. You ready to seal a deal? As president of the Virginia Union University National Alumni Association, I have the honor and distinct pleasure of the person standing between you and a really big party. I will now administer the alumni oath. Please stand. And repeat after me. I state your name. Do hereby promise to be faithful to the ideals and traditions of Virginia Union University, and on all occasions, regard as my privilege, duty and honor to foster the mission of the university. I shall loyally support my alma mater with all the resources at my disposal. I shall strive to be a worthy representative of Virginia Union University and carry its banner high. All this I shall do as God gives me strength. You are now sworn members of the Virginia Union National Alumni Association. Welcome to the family. We'd like you to all stand, remain standing for the singing of our alma mater.
Forever me, dear
Let us lift our heads and pray. Now, O God, we acknowledge that the journey begins anew as those who have been equipped with creative genius, crowned with prophetic intellectualism, cloaked with grit and determination, adorned with Afrocentric pride and an unyielding faith in a marvelous God, to go forth now and engineer a better tomorrow, a tomorrow that starts today, one of social justice, equality, and human dignity for all humanity. Continue, O God, to bless each one of these graduates and their families. And for every sacrifice made, we ask that you will bless them some 100-fold until their cups run over, and those cups are used to be a blessing unto their neighbor. Keep our beloved Virginia Union University, your miracle on Lombardi, through the collective uplifting of our legacy and our visionary leadership of our president. As well, O God, continue to use the labor of our trustees, faculty, staff, student body, friends, and alumni support. And remind us as a group of people in particular, but yes, O God, as well, your 2019 graduating class of Virginia Union as well, as expressed on last evening, that is our turn. So let us now turn not our backs to the cause for which we stand, but to what has hindered many of us in yesteryear, and press forward, acknowledging that we were once lowly turtles, but this institution has lifted us to exalted fences. Therefore, I urge you, my brothers and my sisters, in view of God's mercy, to keep offering your bodies and your minds as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable and pleasing in the sight of our Almighty God. For this is your true and proper act of service and worship. And be not conformed to the pattern of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve that God's will is still good, pleasing and perfect in God's sight. God bless you, and in the Lord's name we say amen. Please stay seated until we recess. Our special guests and family members, please stay seated until the graduates recess.